Alrighty, Andrea, thank you so much for coming in. So it's that time of the year, so we're just going to be going over your annual performance review. So this copy is for you. It just shows your scores. So I think you've had one other one before.
Yeah.
So but I'm just going to kind of go through what the scores mean. So 5 is exceptional, 4 is above average, 3 average, 2 below, and then 1 is unsatisfactory. And you actually did pretty well. This won't take too long, only about 10 minutes, so it won't take up too much of your time, so I do appreciate you coming in.
Thanks.
So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of go through and just let you know what the scores were, and then later we can kind of dive into the plans and actions that we're going to take for the next coming up year.
Sounds good.
So for teamwork, I did give you a 4. I really think you work well with others. You exhibit great rapport with everybody. I've never really heard of any major issues or anything like that, so we really appreciate that. For customer interaction, I give you a 5. You always have positive customer feedback. I've had numerous people come up to me and other supervisors, and you always make sure that you guarantee that our customers are leaving with what they need and what they came for, and if there isn't something, you always come up with the best solution for them, so we appreciate that as well.
Thank you.
So sales productivity and initiative, I gave you a 4. Those kind of go hand in hand. So sales productivity, you had very good numbers for the year, but there were a couple missed, so that kind of goes into initiative. So you were very goal oriented, but there were just a couple that we missed, so we'll focus on those in the future. When it comes to performing other duties and kind of like just holding it around and being a chameleon, we love that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're always able to count on you to be flexible, and you're always able to adapt in like those different areas.
Okay.
So the next area is the greatest area of opportunity. So it's attendance. So I did give you a 2. The reason why I did that is just because there are multiple shifts where there were documented instances where there was tardiness. Mm-hmm. So we'll kind of go more into detail with that. So I'm just curious, just go ahead and tell me a little bit more information about those instances, just so we can kind of know.
Well, I'm not sure if you knew, my son has become ill in the last couple months. There's been a lot of doctor's appointments, and I'm not making an excuse. I do apologize for being tardy. It's so hard to get a doctor's appointment. It's never when it's convenient for you, it's when it's convenient for them.
Right.
And it's something that we have to do. So.
Okay, so you mentioned that there's doctor appointments and everything else. So how is your situation currently, if you don't mind me asking?
We're definitely getting, answers. So we're, getting closer to having it all figured out. But I mean, we do still have, oh goodness, probably 3 doctor's appointments a week.
Okay.
That I have to take him to. So.
Alrighty, so going forward, can you just give me your general opinions about your current schedule?
I mean, I love my schedule. I love how flexible and accommodating you are here. To be honest, I may need to take a step back for a little while with maybe a cut in hours. I mean, I want to be here long term. I truly, truly admire the business model here, and just how you are with your employees.
Mm-hmm.
It's just right now is a little tougher time for me.
Well, we definitely want to keep you too, so that's why I wanted to sit down and just ask you some questions, get down to the bottom of it, and figure out what's best for you. So let's go ahead and discuss what suggestions you have to make it easier. So with your current schedule, tell me what would make that easier.
I'm definitely thinking, the cut in hours.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm at like 35 hours a week right now.
Right.
Maybe cutting that back to 25 or 30 because I'm also in school.
Okay.
So
yeah,
that's a huge burden.
yeah, definitely. So I mean, obviously, I want to take these notes down for you, and we want to keep you here, but we also want to make sure that, family is first. So we want to make sure that you're there for them, because that is very important. And I'm so sorry that there is that illness and all that medical stuff. I'm so glad it's getting better and you're taking care of it. So we can definitely work that out. So moving forward, so teamwork is a very important part of the job, and it is just vital that individuals come in on time to take over for teammates.
Right.
So with that new schedule into place, do you believe that like it would be better for you to come in during the mornings or like the days, or would you prefer working more nights?
I think the night shift may be
Okay.
better. Doctors' offices are usually closed by 4. Our evening shift starts at 5, and then I'm still home at a reasonable hour because we're not open all night. So for me to be a better team player, I do think if we switched me from a majority of morning shifts to maybe those evening or mid shifts, it might be a little bit easier for me to get here on time.
Okay, and that's what I was thinking too. I just wanted to make sure that we were on the same page. So with that in mind, do you think you'd be able to then come in for your
Yes.
shifts in a time?
Absolutely,
Okay.
I do.
Okay, so maybe thinking about starting at 5 p.m. versus coming in at like noon or 1 or something,
Yeah.
that'd be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So is there anything else that can make this process easier on you?
I actually was curious about if we had any employee assistance programs
Okay.
or if I even qualify for FMLA.
Okay.
I've heard of FMLA. I'm not super familiar with everything that it entails, but just getting that time off, maybe
Right.
and getting this just solved all
Right.
in one big swoop, and then not having any issues going forward.
Right. Okay. Well, I can definitely look into that for you, and
Okay.
I'll touch base and everything.
All right.
So I'll make sure I just wrote that down in our review notes, so that will be taken care of. So I will make sure everything is passed on to other supervisors, and we'll go straight to the top. So is there anything else that you need explained, or have any other questions regarding
I
your
mean,
scores?
the evaluation is, I understand and I agree with you. My attendance has been an issue. Moving forward, though, I did have some questions about, obviously, after the medical stuff is all situated, the long term for me. You rated my sales and initiative fairly high. I was just wondering if there was, chances for advancement, maybe to sales lead for me and maybe in the future, and if there was anything that maybe you could point me in the direction of, or if you have training that could be offered that might help me take those next steps.
Absolutely, I believe that you definitely have the qualities to go next. Honestly, let's just go ahead and work and just set you some new goals really quick.
Okay.
So I believe that you can easily get the sales and initiative, that kind of again goes hand in hand. I believe you can easily get those up to a 5.
Okay.
So when we're looking at your sales and everything else, just make sure that you're continuing to meet with me and everything else, and then we can make sure to get that up there so your numbers are in. So I can easily see that getting up to a 5, and then your attendance to a 5. Because again, I see the qualities, I hear about how great you are, and I really do want that for you. So once we get everything else taken care of, we'll implement your new schedule, and once everything is smoothed out, absolutely I could see you going up higher. So we'll make sure that we'll get those scores up higher in that time that we're waiting, and then from there is that we're kind of proactive. So when anything comes available. And I think what could be a good idea is potentially cross-training you in some other areas too.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, would you like that? Yeah, because I know that you're mostly out on the sales floor, but there's some other areas I think you do great at, and that would also be part of the management position.
Okay.
So, yeah, would you be interested in that?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. So, okay, hon. So what I'm going to do, I want you to go ahead and keep this.
Okay.
This is yours. You can make your own notes. Keep me accountable. Make sure I'm coming back to you, but don't worry. In about a week or so, I'll hear back of what options we'll have available for you, because I'll give them the details about everything that's going on. So what I'm going to have you do, I'm going to just have you sign this, just stating that I went over this with you, and I'm going to go ahead and sign that we're going to have these new changes made to your schedule. So I'll put that in effective immediately. So, and then we can hopefully get you back on track for the next year. So thank you so much, honey, for coming in. I will see you Monday, okay?
Thank you.